Good afternoon. It's a proper adventure today. I'm excited. Hope you're excited. We've got a bit of everything today. We've got castles. We've got castles, plural. We've got monasteries. We've got Roman stuff. We've got rivers, bridges. We've got everything. We are going on an adventure around Catalunya. Just look where we're starting. I mean, we've got the castle of Els Garrigues in the background there, dating from 1174, and then we're going out there and up there and around there. It's a packed programme. Keep watching. So this castle, can't remember, Garrigues. It's so difficult to pronounce these Catalan names, let me tell you. Anyway, this one was a gift from Guillem de Clermont to his two brothers, and they made it around 1174. It started to become so dilapidated that they've recently decided to shore it up a bit. So you can see there's some concrete there just to make sure it doesn't get any worse. But it's old. It's our starting point. So it looks like Els Garrigues is having a bit of work done to it. I'm just ahead of one of those dumper trucks. It's full of soil. As I was coming up through the town just to start, he nearly dumped the entire load on me because he braked so hard. Wasn't fabulous. I see, they're making the new way up to the castle. Anyway, away we go. Honestly, it's a bit of everything today. Old and new. We've got Roman stuff. We've got medieval stuff. We've even got trains. I'm not particularly fond of trains, but we got them. We've got old and we got new trains. It's just everything. So to explain where we are, oh look, it's Garrigues. Nice. We're 10 kilometres north of the ancient city of Tarragona, and today's video was going to be of the ancient city of Tarragona, and then I realised that I wouldn't be doing a lot of cycling because a lot of their sites are quite close together, and it's an ancient Roman city. It used to be the second city of the Roman Empire after Rome. I've got a new app, and it's called Stats Hunters, and it allowed me to see a heat map of every ride that we've done together, and it showed that there were some big gaps, and what we're doing today is we're going to fill one of those gaps. A little bit dangerous. Oh look, it's a train. It's in the middle of a roundabout and so are we, but I thought let's go and have a look. I'm just wondering if any of you lot are a bit trainy, because what this is Spain's first diesel electric locomotive. It's the 10,300 series. How you can get up to there when it's the first one? So this replaced steam engines, and it's a shunting locomotive. First brought into service in 1954, decommissioned in 2013. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. It just works. So they didn't bother replacing it with anything else until just 10-12 years ago. I do wish it didn't have those words written on it. Not much I can do about it. We're obviously going to have to climb up it, aren't we? It's asking for it. It looks like there's a wasp's nest around it somewhere. It's missing its guardrail on this side. It's quite interesting. Looks like the vandals have smashed the glass to get in. It's what you'd imagine the engine room to look like, really. That's quite cool. I'm quite pleased with the first thing. But I did actually fancy stretching the legs a bit, because I'm sure you're aware I've barely been on the bike for 4.5 months with various ailments. So I'm just desperate to actually have a proper adventure. And I hope we're going to tick those boxes today. We're not staying on these roads for very long. We're essentially going to be taking the drunks roads, all the tiny little roads behind the scenes which drunks take to avoid coming face to face with a police traffic stop. I've got my road tyres on, which is of course absolutely ridiculous considering what we've got on today. Now, can you see that? I'm not going to get much closer than that. I'm about 4 feet from it. They're called processionary moths because there's about 40 there, and they're absolutely nose to tail touching. That's how they navigate. I don't think they're going to make it all the way across there. It's one of the most dangerous things in Spain, and it doesn't look it, but it is. It's the larvae of the processionary moth, and they're incredibly dangerous things because when threatened they give off toxic, their hairs are ejected and they're incredibly toxic, and the first thing a dog or a cat will do is sniff them, and that dog will die. Wasn't really ready for a col already, but that's what we've got. It's surprisingly steep. It is 9%. It's just a house. You used to be able to look around it, but you can't anymore. And you look around the gardens, it's just like a stately home, and it's pretty big. It's not been far, but we're already at the next place. I think there's 14, 15 towns or villages that we go through today. This one is called Vistabella, good view. But what it's famous for is its weird church. It was designed by the modernist architect Jujol, and it's just around the corner. Are you excited? I am, actually. Blimey. Well, it's like new and old all at once, isn't it? It's got massive rocks just lumped onto it. And really, really nice bell tower. Yeah, I do really like that. Certainly unusual. Vistabella. Bella. You never think, oh, I better go this way. Up here. That's the second car of the day, by the way. I don't think it's one to keep track of today. Mind you, because it's going to be drunks roads, if we do see a car, it's Friday afternoon, just after lunchtime, if we do see a car, I can almost guarantee they're going to be pissed up. Guignoles. Oh, it's a nice little old town. We're now in Valmol. Got a very nice old church. We're not here to see the church, we're here to see the castle and what they've done to it. I'm a bit lost at the moment. I think there's a bit of castle there. It's a nice place to have coffee or beer. Beer sounds nice. just off the booze at the moment. There's the castle one. Got a nice fountain. We've got the church. You all know what's going to happen here. Oi oi! Disappointing. Trouble with castles, they're always at the top. Oh, come on. Big fella. It is. So, there's the castle. Oh, what is that? They've shored it up in a modernist style. I mean, seriously, what were they thinking? Let's go and have a look at the rest of it. Oh, you can see the castle as I'm dying. I quite like that one as well. It's a nice castle. Restored at that end, even with windows too. Lots of restoration work actually, isn't there? It's got a moat. Chance of you find thing in Catalunya these days, but back then. Now we've got to try and find a way out, because it really does get very silly, like this one. Oh, oh, oh. Yeah. All the way up this time. Flipping heck. That was steep. Now this is the old road between Belmont and Valls, which is actually quite a big town, probably a city. And Valls is most famous for its castellers. It's that thing you may or may not have seen, where there are human towers, perhaps 8 or more stories high, and Valls are regularly the champions because there's a full-blown league for castellers, and Valls are campeones. Apart from ridiculous gate posts, it looks a little bit English around here. There's hedgerows and things and lanes. It's like we just popped out onto a common. Expect to see some grazing sheep or possibly a game of cricket going on. Not here. It's nice though, isn't it? Very nice. I'm enjoying this. I'm going ever so slow. 17 kilometers an hour. A silly place to put a cross. Right in the middle of the road. Ah, we've got a main road here. Again, not expected. What am I supposed to do? Okay. I've got my own little road. How lovely. Well, I never. Smooth as silk as well. Well, I keep going up the wrong way up one-way streets, but it leads me on to say that they're changing the law in Spain so that cyclists, if the speed limit is under 30 kilometers an hour, cyclists can go up the wrong way up one-way streets. Well, Brian House will be pleased to know that that little underpass did actually smell of wee. We've happened upon something that I did want to come and see. Not just because it's the cathedral. It's not just the cathedral we're here to see. Oh no, we're here to see this. The tallest clock tower in Catalunya. It's 74 metres high. So as a comparison, the Elizabeth Tower, that's got Big Ben in it, is 96 metres. So 74 is not bad for a little town in Catalunya. Well, these are nice old streets, but I am now lost. I was here. I've been here already. Oh dear. I am definitely lost now. I think we've got to go up that way. Because otherwise I'll never find my route again. Well, I've been lost at least 3 times now. I think what's happened is that the road system has changed compared to the Garmin maps. And I'd rather not be on a road like this. I'm definitely on the right road. You can see it's a brand new road. I don't know what was here before. Yeah, it might be a new road. Look at that. Fantastic. So this was a single track road previously, and they've widened it, but they haven't actually bothered to move the telegraph pole yet. And most people would have done that first. Well, we're now in Pelat. Only I don't know why we're in Pelat. Well, there's a church. It says it's 1786. What are we doing here? I remember. It's this portal. It was literally just a town on the way. There's a nice portal, and just outside the portal, which I think we've almost missed, are the old walls of the town with all their little sort of turrety bits. Well, we really find some tiny streets, don't we? I'm going to get lost again here. This is just a warren. This way, apparently. You wouldn't think a little town like this would be possible to get lost in, but I manage it time and again. Where on earth am I? Ooh, that looks like a road that goes somewhere. Right. I think what we're heading for now is a road which, well, I'm not sure it's going to end up being a road by the time we get to where we're going next. It smells lovely because of these almond blossoms and all these other flowers that are out. Well, nice view across there. I don't know what that mountain range is back there, but I know that we've cycled in it. 22 degrees. As you can see, the sun is absolutely glorious. Hello, bird of prey. Hopefully you'll see it in a, there it is. Very close, it's coming right overhead. Whoa. Crashed. Don't know what it is. Anyway, what a cracking road. Should we just put a foot down a bit now and get going? I think it's time, don't you? The road has now gone to this. This is okay. It's better than the other one. But it's not great, is it? It's not great. I really wasn't expecting mud, though. I'm supposed to be giving UK viewers a break from muddiness. It says there's about 4.5 kilometres of this, so it's not too bad. It'll take me a little while because obviously it's quite slow. Pretty perfect gravel though, isn't it? green laning this is. Past the beautiful concrete factory. Stunning. The architecture. It's like they've been muck spreading the roads. I mean, look, what's this? It's actually hedge trimmings, isn't it? Oh. The whole of the area is crisscrossed with big roads, which is why I was really pleased that we could pretty much avoid everything by going on roads like this. See, we do have them. We do have motorways. Busy, isn't it? Busy old motorway, that. One lorry. Oh, still on track. Got a lovely view ahead of us. It looks like a big descent. Oh, and that is Tarragona. Quite happy to stay up, actually. I'm going to have to climb again. The whole of the first half of this ride is uphill, essentially. So any of these downhills just mean we've got to climb back up again and add to it. Right. There now. We have a bridge. Trickling stream. We have a columbari. Eh? Columbari. So, a columbarium is a Roman edifice where they put their remains of their cremated folk. There it is. It has all these little niches inside, so it's based on the Roman word for dove, so it's like a dove coat. And we've got a dead end. Wow. I thought it was going to be closed for a second there. Yeah, it has been closed, judging by the tape. Marked on the map as a perfect paddock, or a perfect natural paddock, and it kind of is. It's a dell. It's a little dell filled with huge trees and horses, and a lovely big dog who's going to come and say hello. I hope you can get up here. Hello, hello. Strange though, it's completely circular, and the road goes all the way around it. This is another castle. It's been improved, so it's now a farmhouse. But that ahead was the castle of... absolutely don't remember. It's a tiny, tiny little hamlet of about 12 houses, but it had a castle. Can't remember how many kilometres of this there are. Quite a few. Okay, now we're in the field. Well, we sort of started with a train and we're sort of finishing one as well. It's not a train, it's a train station. This is the Camp de Tarragona. It's nowhere near Tarragona, but it's where the AVE trains come through. Now the AVEs are the super fast 300 km/h high-speed train links that Spain has. It's called AVE because it's like a bird, but it also stands for Alta Velocidad España, high-speed Spain. It's 27 routes, including, well, plus 2 that go to France as well. Quite an impressive thing. It's 33 million people use it each year. It started in 1997. Britain hasn't got one yet, and when they do decide to have one, it's a total farce, isn't it? I think it's only going between, is it going between London and Birmingham now? Is it going to go on to Manchester? It was going to go on to Leeds. I know they cancelled that bit, but Spain is poor. There's 27 routes. All of the main cities are linked. There's a downside, as I was saying. The downside is that a lot of the stations are in the middle of nowhere, and so what happens is there's no infrastructure to get to them. So once you get here, perfect. Getting here, not so good. The local village is over there. You can just see it behind. There's no footpath between the two. The parking that's here is so expensive, people don't actually park there. They park in the street here. And because anyone who parks here obviously isn't going to be coming back for some time, this is the most burgled road in Catalunya. I mean, even when I was riding here, I'll show you on the way back, there's burnt out cars. I mean, so many just get smashed into. Anyway, that is actually us done. I'm not sure if I've left in the bit where I was actually physically sick. I wasn't very well. I don't know what it was. I came over really queer very, very quickly, and I was ill, and I thought I was going to be that was going to be end of my. Well, it was the end of my ride. Only I did get a bit better. And I'm absolutely fine now, and I feel foolish because we've actually missed the 12th truly enormous 12th century Cistercian monastery, because that was maybe 10 more kilometres. I think we've done the rest of it. All we've got to do now is find our car, which is in the next village, so 2 villages away. But that's pretty much it. I enjoyed it, apart from the being sick. But it's absolutely fantastic being out again on the bike. So there's going to be many more. I hope you'll join me for those, and until then, thanks for watching.